So this morning, I'm finishing up a job that Pops and I were working on yesterday. This old tank here had a cracked top and is super small. They had the state inspector come out and look at it also because the drain field was failing. Plus, there was a laundry room addition and it ran right out here, came down all the way down there in the field and dumped out right down there. And as per TDEC regulations, we are tying that back into the original system here. And so the TDEC official came up with the idea to replace the tank, which we agree with, and also to put in additional field lines or potentially bypass a clog in the existing field, and then we wouldn't have to put in field lines. So this was where the old tank was at right there, and it came straight down here into this old field, and it was all matted up with these roots here. You probably can't really see that very well. It has all these roots. They grow inside that gravel right around that black corrugated pipe, and it basically clogs up all of the soil right around that pipe and prevents the drain field from working. So what we did was we tracked that drain field all the way down, all the way through here, and we got into this old system here, which actually, let me show you this. This is pretty interesting stuff. Back in the day, they used to use these concrete, sometimes they were clay, but in this case, it's concrete tiles. So it would make a pipe basically, and they'd be in like 1 foot, 1.5 foot chunks, and then they just put them end to end, one right after the other, in the gravel bed, and that's what helped facilitate the effluent from getting around in the drain field. So it's an old system, but we have found, at least up here, it was dry, clean. There was no dirt in the bottom. That the solids basically get in there and they form this dirt at the bottom of the pipe. It was clean. The rocks looked good. There were no roots in there. So we decided with the homeowner, just go ahead and hook into this system, okay? Now, here's the thing about this, okay? Because like I said, the TDEC officer gave us two options. One, just tie into the existing system, we could bypass clog, or two, put in an additional field, okay? Now, we decided to go with this because, first thing, this old drain field, while we don't know anything about it, I mean, it could end 10 feet from here. The problem is it's hard to find out. This soil here has a lot of rock in it, so we can't really probe and find the drain field like we would typically want to try and do. But in this case, we decided to let it ride on this old system. Number one, because it might work. They might not have any problems at all. And that's what we're hoping for. And number two, if they do have issues with it, it actually won't really cost them any more to come back 6 months, a year from now, and go ahead and just tie off that new tank that we just put in and put in the new drain field where the TDEC officer was originally talking about putting the new system in. So it's not costing them really any in the long run to do this way, and this option might work for 10, 20 years, who knows? Because it could be that there's plenty of drain field out there and that it'll work with no problems at all. And so we just hate spending money when we don't have to. So in this case, we talked about it with the homeowner and decided together that we thought this was the best option for them. You save a little bit of money up front, and if we end up needing to come back in and put in an additional field, it's not going to cost them any more. Really, the biggest expense is going to be the permit and then a little bit of pipe here, but negligible really in the grand scheme of things, especially when you consider the possibility that the original system is going to work just fine. And so that's really what we're hoping for, is just that this system will work. No problem for the homeowners here. We are prepared and ready to come and fix it. If it needs additional field lines, we've got the plan, we've got the ability to fix it. So